that Allah Ta'ala, He's given us this path, He's allowed us to enter into this domain, then may Allah Ta'ala give us success as well. My Hazrat Nurullah Marqada rahimahullah used to say that this is that subject, that path through which the whole of your life in the dunya and the akhirah gets, you can say, smooth. Allah and His Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam become pleased and your qalb becomes enlightened. So a great reward that the Wali of Allah, my teacher, and he allowed me to learn as a student from him. It was a great achievement, a great company. But the people who have understanding, they really understand that this is a very elevated path that Allah Ta'ala has allowed me to progress upon. I'm a student, I've entered into a class. This is not some minor thing. So the greatness of this should be in the heart of the insan. There's some people, they come and they sit in the classroom, attain this ilm, and you sit next to your teacher, is a teacher, sheikh, peer, murshid, ustad, same thing, teacher, whatever ilm you are going to learn. And you're going to learn fiqh, jurisprudence, hadith. But at this moment we're learning the ilm of tasawwuf, ilm batin. So what's the principle that we need to adhere to? The pious predecessors have taught us the principles they've stated, that whenever your ustad, teacher, murshid, when he repeats time and time again the same subject matter, a point a few times over he's mentioned, he is repeated, and you're sat and you sit down and you listen, and on any maqam he repeats again, he reminds, he revises. Then be careful of one thing, the talib ilm, the student. And what is it that he should be careful about? That in his heart the student should have no sort of feeling of boredom, oh it's repetitive, or in the heart, oh I don't feel like listening to this, or it doesn't accept your heart. That's that person. What are the words that I'm trying to think? You can use the word boredom, or lethargic, or rejection, or you could say doubt. Rather it's stated further than this, that 1,000 times, even if your teacher is repeating the lesson, then the talib ilm, the student, he should get as much enjoyment, he should feel so much greatness at the 1,000th time as if he was hearing it for the first time. Subhanallah. This is how much greatness should be placed on hearing the words that are repeated by the teacher. Very important. You see this normally, someone's repeating something. Oh, I heard this before. Then he starts to feel sleepy. I've heard this before. No. Think that this is bi'idhnillah. Allah Ta'ala sends everything. The repetitive reminding, explaining, discussing, and we listening and receiving. Most definitely, yaqeenan, Allah Ta'ala's hikmah is in this, that we are not understanding the point that Allah Ta'ala has mentioned before to us. And there's something very valuable that we're missing out on. So repetitively, repeatedly, Allah Ta'ala is repeating the message to us, and we should feel as if it's the first time we're hearing this. So Allah Ta'ala's rahmah, Allah's mercy comes with karam, that word, that lesson, it starts to take effect on that person's life, that with that point he reaches to the uruj, the heights of understanding and amal. Now here shaitan and nafs, or he goes to his sheikh, teacher, to his murshid, his guide. And some students, what happens amongst them is that, for example, there are messages coming in the morning, or through text, or through messages. Generally speaking, the shaykh is explaining something. Today, the generation we're living, before there used to be books and knowledge was within books and you had to read. Today we have the internet. Yeah, we have the internet, and via the internet everyone's become an alim and a mufti today. There are so many scholars. It's not hard to become a mufti today. Mufti internet, mashallah. If you want a fatwa, go onto the internet. Oh, he's saying this sheikh saying this, no, the other scholar saying this. Contrast, opposing, and they spoil the iman and waste the iman of people. A lot of impurity has spread amongst the dunya of ilm. So my first mashwara, my friends, you are students, that never should you go to the internet to seek the guidance from a sheikh or somebody, because you will lose out. One topic, you'll get thousands of different opinions. No, you can do this is permissible, that, and thousands of different contrasting directions will be seen. So never go towards the internet or type on the keyboard, oh, I was looking on the internet, I can't see your dhikr on the internet. One person said to me, and I said, then why don't you take bay'ah with the internet? Why have you come to me? So subhanallah, that why don't you take the hand of the internet, shahadu wa la ilaha, you are my peer, O internet, and I am your murid. Now tell me, what shall I do, O internet? What a bad thing. What a bad state of affairs. That if you are the murid of the Shaykh and you're taking mashwara from the internet, so the first principle is, what's the loss from the internet? Is a straight away shaitan attacks. My Hazrat Nur al-Marqada rahmatullah used to say that save yourself from one thing you will not be able to recognize. What a great point. That we need the Shaykh and we need our Shaykh until the grave. For which reason? That you cannot recognize nafs and shaitan's attacks. You will never recognize. Doesn't matter whatever maqam, Allah Ta'ala makes you high level mu'min, but until that grave you need the guidance of your Shaykh, the teacher. The Shaykh doesn't need you. Hazrat said this, you need the Shaykh. And the walis of Allah said this, because these were people who had no pride, no desire for fame. Take it wholeheartedly, happily, and practice it. And whoever does this, doesn't look left and right, and doesn't take wazifa's lesson from the internet. Oh, I'll do this today, I'll do that action tomorrow, I'll start nawafil prayer, I'll hide away and do nafil. And you'll see that individual, doesn't matter how much hard he is trying, but you'll say, I've done 1,000 durood, they'll show off, I'm doing other actions, I'm praying nawafil, morning and evening, I'm keeping fast, I'm doing this, and I'm not telling Hazrat Sahib. And he hasn't told me, he said, oh, leave it, I'm sat in itikaf, I'm doing other actions. Then what does that person become? He becomes a loser in the realm of ilm, because he's following his nafs and shaitan. Allah Ta'ala's hikmah, Allah Ta'ala said that you do this, and you'll have the link with your teacher, and you'll become successful. So my brothers, these are small points, but the pious predecessors have in a